No, no, there is no need for any of that. Oh, go on, you know I like it. Yeah, stop showing off. Anyway, those of you who are familiar with the channel know that I like to keep my eye on the legacy media, and recently a new article has been published by the Mirror regarding Monty Don's 6 gardening jobs that you should be doing in October, but I don't know who that is. That is not Monty Don. Anyway, as a surprise, all of these 6 are actually really good jobs. There's not a lot of detail in it, so we will go through them and just expand on what these jobs are. So this is good news. Maybe the legacy media are starting to get their facts right and do their research properly. So let's get to it. What is Monty Don's #1 job on the list of jobs that you, not me, you, and especially you, because you've done bugger all this year, should be doing in October? Let's go. Monty says, continue to deadhead your flowering plants, especially those from equatorial regions. So we're talking about things like your dahlias, like your cannas. He says if you continue to deadhead them, then you are able to squeeze out every single last flower from these plants. That sounds a bit creepy. And this is, of course, correct. By removing the spent blooms, then you're removing the plant's seeds, or at least the embryonic seeds. And if it hasn't produced seeds, then that triggers the plant to produce more flowers. He also has this quote for you regarding deadheading dahlias.
Yes, it really is me, the Big Mac himself, Monty Don. I had this to say on the matter of dahlia deadheading. Spent dahlia flowers can be tricky to differentiate from unopened buds, but the foolproof difference is that when they're finished flowering, they come pointed and a cone shape, whereas the unopened buds are rounded. Ah, I said that. I did say that. Thank you.
Monty's second job to do, and it's a great job I think, is to take cuttings from many of your hardy plants. You can take semi-ripe cuttings, you can take hardwood cuttings. It does depend on which plant it is, and there are loads to choose from. You can either pull up a list from the internet, which will give you an idea of what you can take from plants in October, or you can go to the playlist that I have in this channel, and that'll pull up the ones that we've done so far. So really good job to do, really quite easy to do. You won't need basal heat, you just need to get yourself some decent compost. You might need to have a lid to go over the top, some kind of protected environment to stop the cuttings from drying out, but it's all really easy. So that's a great one. That is definitely a great one. Oh, hold on a minute. If you're finding this video useful or even just mildly amusing, then don't forget to click the thumbs up, press on that subscription, and if you want to be notified of whenever we release a new video, then click on that notification bell. It helps us more than you know, and it allows us to do stupid visits like this in the future. Anyway, let's continue to find out what old boiled butt has to say. Put my bloody glasses back on. Too hot, too sunny. It's too lovely. Now the third job is to sow your sweet pea seeds now in October. It does seem a little bit early for me. I tend to do ours in November. They're very easy to do. In fact, we have already done a video on these. This is the thumbnail as to what that video is. You can't click on that because that's not how YouTube works. I will put a link in the description. If I can get it to work, I'll stick a little linky line just there. You can click on that, takes you straight there. But obviously, watch the end of this video first. So very easy to grow. Sow them now. They won't do anything really until the spring when they germinate. it is a bit involved in growing these, which is why I'm not going to talk about it here. It's all in that other video. However, Monty does have a quote for you.
Can I just say, but the disadvantage is that these young flowers will need storing and some protection over winter if the weather is bad. So I sow some now and another batch in February to spread the risk. Yeah, listen to the Don.
Job number 4 is to do with ongoing lawn care. He recommends that so long as temperatures remain above 10 degrees Celsius, just keep on mowing your lawn, but try and keep it a bit longer because that gives a bit more protection for the roots and the lawn itself over the winter period. Other than that, rake out any thatch, any moss, get that into your compost area, and that's it. Now, it is too late to put down any lawn care products now, because if you check the instructions it will say end of September, but if you've forgotten, you missed out and you wish you'd done it, then if you are living in the milder regions of the UK, then up until about the middle of October you could probably get away with it. Just make sure that the grass itself is dry and the soil below is lovely and moist, and if it hasn't rained within 3 or 4 days of applying it, make sure you get that watered in. But let's be honest with you, in October it all rains every other hour. October gardening job number 5 is to do with fallen leaves. Monty recommends you rake them up and make yourself a lovely leaf mold out of them. Now, I like to rake them up, put them inside plastic bags, put a little bit of water on it, tie it off, put it somewhere out the way, because really it's going to take 1.5 years, 2 years, can be a wee bit more depending on the leaf, before that breaks down into a usable mulch. Anyway, Lord Monty of Don has another quote just for you on this subject.
Yes, it's me again. Yes, I have this to say. Gather as many of the fallen leaves as possible. Mow them to chop them up and then stack them in a big open heap so they can break down into a lovely, rich, crumbly texture and become an essential component for our homemade potting compost. That is good advice from me.
And here we are at job number 6, and it's to do with planting your spring flowering bulbs, because October is the perfect time to do so. They lift all these bulbs around about August, pack them up, send them to the garden centre. They don't lift them after that because that job is done then. So the longer you leave it, the more these bulbs will dry out in the bags inside this garden centre. So it is an absolutely ideal time to get these in the ground. Now, he also says, quite rightly, to delay planting your tulips until next month. And there is a good reason for this, and that is to do with the fungal infection known as tulip fire. The spores tend to disappear off as soon as we get into winter. So by planting your tulips a bit later, so we're talking about middle of November, maybe beginning of December, just so long as you get them planted in the ground before the freezing weather arrives, simply because it's going to be hard to dig into frozen soil, and plus those tulip bulbs require that cold period of winter to initiate the spring flowers. So that's 6 jobs. Every single one of them was absolutely spot on. So well done, the writers. That's a good name, isn't it? For getting their research done correctly. So that was a nice little relief. Thank you for watching. But if you've got any other great October sensitive gardening jobs that we should be thinking about, then put that into the comments section. Before I go, did you click on that like button? Did you click on that like button? I need you to do that. I need you to. And subscribe. And if you want to be notified whenever we release a new video, obviously you've got to click on that subscription bell. See you, hopefully, if you enjoyed this one, in the next video. Goodbye.
Right, now,
just before you go, if you want to see more content, more behind the scenes stuff, and images that I've taken of some weird freaky plants over the years, then you're in luck, because we've created an Instagram page. So you can find the link in our description, you can find the link on our main page, and if I'm clever enough I might better get a link somewhere up there. Anyway, thank you for watching, and if you want to see more YouTube stuff, then check out this video here. That's quite a good one. And if it doesn't float your boat, then another one right there. And enjoy these while I still got the strength, imagination and aptitude to make them. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.